If you've ever found yourself getting increasingly frustrated whilst trying to use a particular planning or productivity tool, or even caught yourself thinking, why can't I just stick to this system? Then today's episode of the Leader's Kitbag is absolutely for you. And let me share an insight straight away that I hope will help and make you feel a little bit better about your current situation. If anything of what I've just shared resonates with you, it might not be the case that you have a discipline problem. Rather, there could be a mismatch between the tool you're trying to use and how you actually perceive time. Hey, I'm Ben Morton. I'm a leadership trainer, executive coach, and keynote speaker. And if you or your organization needs support or help with any of those three things, then simply drop me an email to ben@ben-morton.com, as I'd love to have a chat with you. So, to today's episode of the Leader's Kitbag, I want to start with a statement of the blindingly obvious. We're all different. And whilst we cognitively know that, I think generally many of us would feel a little better and perform better at work and more broadly in life if we truly understood, accepted, and internalized that message. If we truly took on board the fact that one approach doesn't work for everybody. What works for a particular person or this particular expert might not work for me. And one of the challenges is that all too often we hear advice being espoused by a particular guru, often online, because they happen to have a platform and a large following. And their experience, what has worked for them, very quickly becomes a prescription for all of us to take and follow. But the same approach doesn't work for everybody. And another challenge here is that many of the planning, prioritization, and productivity tools are often created by and for people with what we call a through time perception. Through time people generally see time, the past, present, and future, laid out in front of them, almost like a calendar. If you ask them to point to the past, they point to the left, and the future is to the right. And for these people, planning, forward planning, structure really works for them. They're energized by it. But if you're struggling to use some of these systems, can't stick to them, find them tiring or draining, it could be because you have an in-time perception. You see the past as being behind you. The future is in front, but not necessarily in a neat, ordered, linear structure. You thrive on being fully in the present. You experience time very immersively. You like spontaneity and flexibility. And the structure that comes with many of the planning tools you might hear about online, or I've heard me talking about even, can feel difficult, restrictive, or just frustrating for you. And if that's the case, then what might work for you is to retain some of the principles from those tools, but mix them up a little bit to give you more flexibility. One approach I'm starting to find that works well in terms of planning and prioritization for in-time people is what I call the 3-3-3 formula. That's simply to think of what are 3 things that are coming up in the immediate to near future that I need to be focused on. What are 3 main tasks or activities I need to get done today or this week for it to be a great day or a great week? And because in-time people are often really energized, more so than through-time people, by working with other people, who are the 3 people I really need to speak to this week? So that 3-3-3 formula can really work for in-time people. Again, 3 tasks coming up in the near to immediate future, free tasks to get done today or this week, and free people to talk to today or this week. I hope it's been useful for you. I'm going to try more and more to make sure the tools and ideas I'm sharing work for both the through-time people and the in-time people. As always, before I go, look after yourself, look after those you've got the privilege and responsibility to lead. And until next time, lead on.